Look at this behemoth. The truck, that is. Not Brandon. Brandon!
Hey!
What are we doing?
We are replacing the centerlink on this 2008 Duramax.
Why are we doing that?
Because I didn't follow any instruction or advice from online posts or threads. A PPE straight centerlink is not made for daily driving.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So
neither one of us are Duramax experts, even though somebody owns a Duramax. But, no. So I don't know why this is, but apparently the straight center links don't allow the tires to turn the way that they're supposed to, and you end up with uneven tire wear. And it was all fine and dandy when we're like, oh, it'll chop them up a little bit, but apparently a little bit is a lot of bit. So we're gonna put a regular center link back in it and then put a dirty hooker diesel brace back in to help support everything so it doesn't do anything wonky going down the track, because this is about to be a race truck whether Brandon knows it or not. So anyways, we're gonna get to swapping this stuff out. We're gonna attempt to leave the truck on the ground and get the tie rods popped out and pull everything apart that way so we can get the alignment back pretty straight. We're still gonna check it afterwards with a tape or something, but then carry it to get realigned like you always should, internet guys. But anyways, we're gonna start pulling this apart. First, we're gonna take tie rods loose, pull the stabilizer loose, and then get the center link out, and I'll show you a comparison of the two side by side once we get this one out. So anyways,
we'll get it right one of these times. Ooh, that bad boy's loose.
The bolt's loose?
Yeah.
Oh, good. It's on the same page. It's ready to come
Preventative maintenance is key.
We don't do that.
No, we don't. That's why this bolt's loose. Apologize in advance if my ass crack is showing. We'll just edit that out.
I'm not that good.
There's a lot of crack.
Closest to me is the PPE straight center link, and the one up top here is the stock that we're going back with. Are those rare parts?
Rare parts.
Tie rods. So yeah, anyways, we're gonna go back to stock center link and end up putting the dirty hook of diesel brace back on eventually. But for now, just to get rid of that straight center link and get the alignment straight and not have to worry about uneven tire wear. We left the tires on the ground when we pulled everything out. So hopefully, if we get our measurements right, we should be able to put the tie rods back on the center link, get it back in the truck, and hopefully be close enough he can drive it until, I don't know, a few days when he can finally get an alignment done. So anyways, we caught the devil with the pitman arm, getting it off. We were able to get the idler arm off with a puller, but the pitman arm, we couldn't get the puller on because of the diff drop that's on this truck, because it's got a, what was it, 5-inch BDS lift originally was on this truck?
6-inch.
6-inch, okay. So 6-inch BDS lift drops the front diff, and that got it right in the way of getting the puller onto the pitman arm. So we finally got it loose. Anyways, we're gonna get everything adjusted back onto this new center link and put it all back in the truck. What we did was took a measurement from here to there, and it actually measures the exact same as the stock one. So except for the stock one, you know, it's kind of like U-shaped. But the measurement end to end was the same. So I was hoping, we didn't take tie rods loose. We just took the tie, because you know the tie rod threads into a joint. So we took it loose, put it in this one, and measured, everything measured the same, put it in the truck, and the front wheels are towed out like freaking almost 2 inches. So yeah. So, and the only bad thing is, we were talking about fishing string, but the problem with fishing string is I think this truck is like a 1/2 inch to 1 inch wider in the front than it is in the back. So I don't know if you can pull front to back. We can measure it to see, but I'm not.
You just have to show off.
Have to measure front to back of tire from one tire to the other.
Yeah, measuring tape will pull
I mean, we.
back axle to the front.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we measured from this line here, like on the outside of the tire, to the other side, and it was like exactly 2 inches. hauling. Jeez.
All right, guys, welcome back. July 27th, 2023.
All right, guys, so back here in the shop, I don't know how much of this y'all are actually gonna be able to hear because there is a freaking monsoon that we've been driving through for about the last 2 hours, and it doesn't look like it's gonna slack up any. On the bright side, the mega cab got all the pollen washed off of it now, so it actually looks somewhat clean, but not the way I wanted to do it. But anyways, like I said, just got back. We wrapped up Brandon's truck. We just had to put the skid plate back on it. Like I said, kicked our butt a little bit getting that center link off because the way that the diff has dropped with that lift kit, it kind of interfered with putting a puller on it. So it just made everything a little bit more difficult. But we got it done. Trevor come over this afternoon, giving me a hand to do a little bit of an alignment on it, just get it where it's drivable. Brandon's got new tires on the way, and when they get here, he's gonna go ahead and get it realigned and all that good stuff. So that truck got knocked out. Also, we did a little bit of work to his, I guess you'd say, belt routing. Ever since he put dual pumps on that truck, it has been nothing but a struggle to keep it running like it should. It tearing up belts, the belts would be squeaking. We make some adjustments, still wouldn't work. Anyways, we bored out one of the holes and slotted a couple more of them so we could slide the pump forward, and we shimmed it. And it seems to have fixed the belt squeak for now. So if we run into more issues, I'm sure I'll have you guys updated on these videos as well. But anyways, that truck is wrapped up, out of the shop. As you can see, the mega cab's in here because it's pouring down raining, and I had a bunch of stuff to unload. So first off, you saw Trevor's truck get here earlier, and there is a reason for that, and it's not just that Trevor is here with us now. So the blue regular cab is about to get a little bit of a transformation. We have a little more fuel on the way. The 72 might be on a short-lived life, and the transmission definitely is not going to be happy. So we have the first of the many upgrades for that truck here. So the first thing we've got is this beautiful piece from my buddy Matt up at Santjer Performance. If you guys know anything about the 47 and 48 RE platforms, you have probably heard about Matt's input shafts. This is a solid input. It's a completely new design for the 47 and 48 RE platforms. The strongest shaft on the market. It's been tested over 4,000 foot-pounds, and he's yet to see a failure on that shaft. So it's the same shaft I'm running in the crew cab truck. A lot of big-name guys are running that shaft now as well, and we will be putting one in Trevor's truck in the coming weeks. Also stopped and saw my buddy Tim and Chris and Hugh up at TRE. Gave them a little bit of money to get some parts on the way for Trevor's transmission. And also, as you saw, there were a couple motors we were messing around with. So as you saw, we were pulling a head off of a truck, or off of a motor, I should say. Well, this head here has a little bit of port and polishing work on the exhaust side. A really mild head job, nothing real major done to it. It does have the drilled and tapped freeze plugs in there. It's got upgraded valve springs, you know, some minor stuff. But to do anything really major to that head, you have to mill off the intake shelf and access the intake side. So that motor is the race motor that we bought for the regular cab. It's essentially a D&J Predator. It's got a lot of the same parts they put in their motors. It's got their girdle, it's got Cunningham rods, it's got their pistons. It's sleeved down. It's a 6.7 sleeve to a 6.4. It should be pretty stout and do everything we want to do in the regular cab and more. So the whole plan behind that truck is to overbuild and hopefully run it at a portion of the power it's capable of making, and everything stay happy and live for a long, happy life that I will not have to do a whole lot of maintenance other than changing the oil. So we'll see what happens, but I really hope that all goes well. But anyways, with that head, the reason we brought it here is before ever putting it on the truck, I want to go ahead and just deck it out, do everything we can so that I don't regret in the future not doing it. It's going to be a while before we put it in the truck, so I figured now would be the time to go ahead. And my buddy Chase up at Kingspeed, been talking with him for a while about this, and the head is going to be going to them to get the works, everything that they can offer. Oversized valves, milling off the intake shelf to run their billet intake, anyways, everything. So this head will be going to them in the next week or so and get them to do what they can. Also get a bunch of billet goodies on the way from them to dress up the motor a little bit, because as you know, I can't leave anything alone. So anyways, that is the first part that we picked up for my truck. The second part that I acquired, I actually picked up at Truck Wars from my buddy Matt Gardenia. If you guys watch the Fire Punk page and the Fire Punk videos, you've seen his truck on there a few times. It's a 2012, I believe, burgundy crew cab long bed Cummins, and the truck has been low sixes. It's made, I think it made close to 2,000 horsepower on their dyno. I can't remember exactly. But anyways, it's a really stout truck, and he just upgraded his atmospheric charger. So that put me in a good position to buy something I don't really need right now, but I'm going to hopefully here shortly. So what this is a Forced Inductions 485 96 132. It's only got about 2,500 miles on the charger. No shaft play. Everything's tight. Everything's great. He ran, I don't know, probably 100 passes on this turbo if I had to guess, and never had any issues. And now it's going to be going from a heavyweight to a lightweight platform, and we're going to see what it'll do. Originally, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the regular cab. I didn't know what class I wanted to do or what I was going to shoot for, but now I've got a pretty good idea with what I want. So I know that my funds aren't there to be able to compete with the Pro Street guys, but 590 is more than capable for what this chassis and this motor setup's going to be able to do. But if you guys ever make it out to Truck Wars, you see the Singles Elite class. This is single turbo, no nitrous. That's the only limitations. And with the platform we've got going together here, I think I'll be a good competitor. I got to stand a good chance of, if not winning, at least placing, making several rounds in that class. Also, I'm contemplating on running small tire just to maybe play around with the small tire guys here local. A lot of those guys run really, really good times, and I know I don't really stand a chance at winning, but it would be cool to have a diesel just competing with those guys. I think it would be fun to try anyways. But anyways, I know there was kind of a lot of jumping around in this video, from working on a Duramax to road tripping, picking up parts, going over future plans, but kind of wanted to keep you guys in the loop. I don't really care for all these YouTube channels that try to leave you on cliffhangers and make it more dramatic than it's got to be, but I know a lot of you guys have asked about progress on the regular cab or what my plans are for it, so this kind of clears the air a little bit with that. Nothing top secret, nothing super special, just want to run big single, want to have a lightweight truck, and want to try to run pretty quick with it. Pretty simple combination there. But anyways, we'll get Brandon's truck back over here soon to try to modify that Dirty Hooker diesel brace, and hopefully we'll be messing with that truck in the near future, trying to get him down into the 7s and hopefully ready to compete with 770 in the coming year. Trevor's truck's getting ready to go through a makeover, and hopefully have him ready for 670 in the very near future. And it's here in the next week or so, I guess we'll be doing the head gasket on the crew cab, getting ready for Rudy's. So anyways, you guys stay tuned. Look forward to seeing a lot of y'all out at Rudy's. Until then, be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank y'all.